Savage Media. Savage Media.
Blessed risings, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show. And today on this episode of Cut the Check Reparations, we will be discussing NYC Council passes slavery reparations legislation to yield material solutions from U.S. history. As you can see, I have it highlighted on the screen. What is material solutions? We're talking about reparations here. We're talking about reparations. We're talking about repairing, and they say material solutions. What is that? What is material solutions? Yes, we're going to answer for reparations for the historic, horrifical deeds from slavery. We're going to repair, we're going to pay slavery reparations. Material solutions, we want to yield material solutions. What? We can't even get into the article. This is how you already know it's some garbage. If you're just tapping in, this is the Keep It P podcast where we take news situations and everyday situations and we show how one could or could not be keeping it P. I'm your host, TZ Von Savage. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. Hello, McFlizzle. They try to slip that in. Material solutions. So what did you guys really do? New York City will soon be the largest city in the United States to enact a reparations program. What is this reparations program, you might ask? Is it some type of payment? Is it going to be a cut the check, perhaps? We already know they want to yield material solutions. If anybody knows what that means, can you put that in the comments? What is material solutions? To me, that's something scientific. It's word salad. It's verbal gymnastics. If you know what they're talking about in regards to reparations, yielding material solutions. Would that be anything like tangibles, perhaps? And if so, why not just say tangible so everybody understands what you're saying? Why not come right down the middle? Why are we always beating around the mulberry bush? Council members Crystal Hudson and Farah Lewis sponsored a pair of bills to establish a Truth, Healing, and Reconciliation Commission and a reparations task force. What is any of that? What is a Truth, Healing, and Reconciliation Commission? What are you going to do? So the money you're spending on that, here, look, this is Crystal Hudson. Notice anything about Crystal Hudson? Do you notice anything about Crystal Hudson? This looks like Christopher Hudson. Okay? Don't forget material solutions. So it's always with a side of bussy. I just did like 2 episodes ago that they always try to lump in with someone else's cause. It never can just be our own cause. Oh yeah, reparations and a little bit of bussy. Civil rights is for everybody. We want justice for all now. Justice and equity for everyone now. We want it for everyone. I know we're talking about slavery and reparations, but while we're talking about it, while we at it, it continues. Council members Crystal Hudson, Farah Lewis sponsored a pair of bills to establish a Truth, Healing. That's all. Where you tapping in, brother, is B1. Money grab for just them. Yeah, money grab for a council, money grab for Crystal Hudson, money grab for Farrah Lewis, money grab for the Truth Healing and Reconciliation Commission, money grab for the reparations task force, which both bills passed on Thursday and will be effective immediately. See, why when it came to California that y'all didn't even want to bring the bill to Newsom? It was all black people, supposedly. But when you have cosplaying $5 fake FBAs like Farrah Lewis, that's a tether. Her parents are from Haiti. So these are the two sponsors of the bills. Crystal Hudson, Bussy. Farrah Lewis, tether. Her parents are from Haiti. Let's make this clear. The two sponsors of the bill, one is Bussy. We don't even know if she's FBA, but she's Bussy, and I'm pretty sure she's not the B1 we're talking about. I don't think she's black first. She's probably Bussy first. See, that's where we need to start clarifying. What type of B1 are you? I'm sure Miss Crystal Hudson is Bussy first. Farrah Lewis, she's a tether. Parents are from Haiti. Probably was eating cats. I'm just saying. That's why they're okay with Truth and Healing and Reconciliation Commissions, Reparation Task Force. And guess what? Those bills passed today, Thursday, and will be effective immediately. Why does everything get passed so fast? How come you didn't have to study getting that passed? How come y'all didn't have to think about that? How come y'all didn't have to? Right away, sir. We can enact the bill to think about reparations, to talk about it and study it. But to get it passed, like in California, oh, no. Better luck next year, champ. Today, the New York City Council voted to pass legislation establishing municipal efforts to acknowledge and address the legacy and impact of slavery and racial injustices in New York City. What the heck is that? All of that word salad? What did you do? Nothing. We passed when Asians got legislation passed, we knew what it was. It's a crime bill on you ninjas, you Negroes. We got a crime bill against you. We know what that is. We know right what that is. Immigration. We all the free money, the vouchers, the food, the EBT. We know what that is. It's right down the middle. Right down the middle. When you give the money to Ukraine, we're giving them the money. We don't know what they're about to do with it, but here you go. You said you need it, and here's your money. But black people, we talk about reparations getting paid, and our fake representatives give us truth, healing, and reconciliation. That's what we get. And we get another task force. Effective immediately. Look how historic. We're on top of it. This is a step in the right direction for material solutions. As they have right in their headline, I have it highlighted, material solutions. Truth, healing, reconciliation. No Bussy lady. No tetheroni. The truth tetheroni. We only want the cash. Go ahead and cut the check right now, real fast. Yeah, effective immediately. Why don't we effective immediately that? Oh, they done took out the press releases. The package of legislation would establish, again, we want you to know what it established. We're going to tell, it's the truth, healing, and reconciliation process on slavery within New York City which had one of the highest rates of slave ownership. We want to rub it in your face. Let's rub it in your face, black people. It had the highest. Smear it in your face. Everybody owned a slave, and all them buildings and all the infrastructure. You Negroes built it, and we're not going to give you nothing. We're going to give you a truth and healing and reconciliation. But you know y'all built this, and we had the most slaves. You knew we had the high rate of slaves, right? You know that, right? 1700s, that was us. Within New York City, which had one of the highest rates of slave ownership in the country in the 1700s, a reparations study, informational signs at the city's first slave market, and a task force to consider the creation of a freedom trail. So this ain't even a task force to talk about payment. This is a task force so we can spend some money that we could have gave to y'all. We want to create a freedom trail, and we want to commemorate the abolitionist movement and the Underground Railroad sites. That's what we're gonna do for you, black people. We're gonna give you some museums. We're gonna give you some statues. We're going to give you a truth and healing and reconciliation commission. That's what we're going to give you, black people. Material solutions. We're going to give you booby prizes. We're going to give you door swag. We're going to give you the prizes nobody else wants, black people. That's what we're going to do for you, black people. That's what your representation wanted. That's what your Bussy Crystal Hudson wanted. That's what Miss Tether Roney Farah wanted. That's what they asked for you, black people. That's what they asked for you. That's what they said. They said the highest rates of slave ownership in the country. That's what it says. The press release detailed how the commission would establish facts about slavery in New York City. They're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. You need to get down to more than they had the most slaves. You need to investigate further that they had the most slaves. That's not enough. We need to get into the intricacies. We need to find out about the ongoing legacies, protect and acknowledge affected persons and communities, and recommend changes for government and institutions to prevent the perpetuation and recurrences of injustices from the legacy of slavery. What in the I'm exhausted. That word salad, none of that means cut the check. All of that means opposite of cut the check. I just want you to know that. Let's make one thing clear. I want to be clear with you. All of that was no cash payments. That was all the opposite. In the legacy, so you know there's a legacy. You know there's a legacy. And you know it's ongoing. You know there's an ongoing legacy of injustices. You know it's ongoing. So when the people, I'm not paying for the past. I'm not going to pay for the past. I'll move out the state if you try to make me pays. Huh? It said it's ongoing. It said it's ongoing. They want to put in institutions to prevent the perpetuation. That means it's ongoing. It means it's continuance. It means it's current. The two council members who sponsored the legislation, Bussy and Tether, praised its passage and think it will bring about change in the city. to put up signs, to erect statues, to get a truth and healing board commission task force to scout sites for the Underground Railroad, for abolitionists that helped out. That was basically the great white hypes that helped out. You know, all our friends that was helped out, that was down with the movement. Hudson, this is Bussy Lady speaking, says she hopes the legislation, I hopes, there we go, some of that more of that I hopes. Not our hopes for it to cut the check, not our hopes for that. No, this is hopes on legislation for to recognize the legacies that we already recognize. Here we go again. Hudson said she hopes the legislation will identify racist, anti-Black policies at the foundation of our city's institutions, and it will yield material solutions. What is that? What is that? What is that? She wants it to yield, and then this is just a hope. She's hoping that it yields material solutions to address these foundational cracks. This is not our demand. This isn't a demand. This isn't even a request. It's our hopes. I wish upon a star. I do declares that our hopes. Lewis said the legislation is a crucial step towards justice and equity. How? That's the tether. That's the tether. How? Hudson touted the virtues of the legislation and argued the impact of slavery is still felt today. We already know that. They know that. Everyone knows that. Then why do you need to study it? The passage of these bills represents a significant step for New York City. The harm slavery caused Black Americans continues to be felt today. Our nation's inability to properly address such a historic wrong allows this deep injustice to continue to manifest itself in distinct, tangible ways. But you won't ask for nothing tangible. You know that we're being affected in tangible ways, but you're asking for material solutions, Bussy Lady. You're not asking for nothing tangible, yet you know we're being affected in tangible ways. You even list the tangible ways, be it the prison, industrial complex, predatory lending, redlining, inequity in our school systems. So you know all the tangible ways we're being affected. Why do you need another task force? Why do you need another commission if you already know all this stuff? You already know. You already said the legacies. You guys already know this. How come you're not demanding? If it was about your gay pride, I bet you would be demanding. I bet if it was Black, instead of it being Black first, it's Bussy first, I bet you would be demanding. Crystal Hudson, ma'am, I'm sure your pronouns are he, but you are a ma'am. You are a ma'am. That still needs a mammogram, ma'am. It continues. When I first ran for office in 2021, I released a Black agenda for New York City, outlining 6 bold recommendations. Here we go again. At least you didn't hope this time. They're bold. They're so bold. I don't know who's backing them, bro. I mean, seriously, I don't know who's backing either one of them. When she ran for office, but see, this is how the trick bag language. I see now a little bit. When I first ran for office in 2021, I released a Black agenda. See right there. See, we're too quick. We're too quick. We love everyone to come to the, if you look Black, you're skin folk. If you kind of act Black, you're skin folk. We invite everyone to the cookout. Everyone to the cookout. So as soon as Bussy Lady Crystal Hudson said, I have a black agenda, we was like, oh, she has a black agenda. Oh, she's one of us. She must be one of us. And we run to the polls and we vote blue no matter who, and especially if they, I have a black agenda. I'm outlining 6 bold recommendations that would meet the urgency of the racial reckoning facing our city. Yeah, but all you got is a task force, another commission. That's what you have. So what's bold about that? What's the urgency? You have another task force. What's urgent in that? Oh, but it's effective immediately to go study. Okay, so like in California, they did a task force. They gave the recommendations. They brought the bill. Oh, wait, they didn't bring the bill. Right, they crafted the bill. They didn't bring the bill. This was all supposedly black people. We did an episode of this. We went down and we took everyone's paperwork. We went through everyone's paperwork. Go check that out. You need to pay attention to who calls themselves representing you when they go and put on that black face. So she ran on the black agenda, outlining the 6 bold. They're bold. One of those recommendations was the creation of a citywide truth, healing, and reconciliation process centered on acknowledging the city's racist practices and historic treatment of Black New Yorkers, she added. Ooh, you really dragged them, sis. You really stuck it to them with another board. That's way to get it to them. Way to stick it to them. And here she goes hoping again. And it is my hope that as the nation's largest city with the biggest municipal budget, our truth, healing, and reconciliation process will work. It will identify racist, anti-Black policies at the foundation of our city's institutions, and it will yield material solutions to address those foundational cracks. She said it again. This is the 3rd time that she has said material solutions. What kind of reparations is that? What reparations is material solutions? I wanted to yield material solutions so that we can patch up the cracks. The foundation just has cracks, huh? There's just a couple teeny weeny little cracks. But then you was like, legacies of slavery. There's been legacies. It continues, however, not all New York City Council members are happy about the bills. I will move before I pay, Minority Leader Joseph Borelli said. Borelli was one of the 8 council members to vote against the legislation. Remember, this is just a board. This is just a commission. This is just a task force, hoping that it will yield material solutions, whatever that is. If they can introduce me to one New Yorker who owned a slave, I'd be happy to consider it, he added. But until then, I am not paying a dime as a reparation for a harm I did not cause, nor condone, nor once participated in, but I am privileged to receive from it. Receive, flourish from it, achieve from it. But I ain't gonna say that though. I ain't gonna talk about that though. I ain't gonna talk about all my privileges that I receive from it. I ain't gonna talk about how I can ride in my car and don't gotta worry about a 50-50 chance of being killed by the people who are sworn to protect you. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that at all. If somebody in the comments could tell me what is yield material solutions meaning? What does that mean? What does that mean? Yield material solutions meaning. Here. Let me look it up. Here we go. I'm gonna look it up. Yield material solutions meaning. Based on provided search results, here's a comprehensive answer. Yielding material solutions in the contrast of engineering and material sciences. What I tell you, word salad. Yield refers to the point at which a material begins to deform plastically rather than elastically. This transition marks the limit of a material's elastic behavior and the onset of permanent deformation. Are you trying to permanently deform reparations? Is that what you're trying to do? I mean, I'm looking down. I don't see nothing. Yield in materials. What is that? What is that? Look, you have yield in materials and civic engineering. Is that what you're talking about? There's accounting. What are you? We should be talking about money, right? So here's okay. Material yield variance definition. Are you talking about that? Could that be what you was referring to? How come you just can't use regular language? You knew what you was talking about when you spoke about tangibles of how black people are being treated, mistreated, tangible ways, be it prison, industrial complex, predatory lending, redlining, inequity in our school programs. You knew all about that. But when it comes to reparations, you have a truth, healing, and reconciliation process. What is that? What is that? What is that? You hope that there's a material solutions. What are those? What are those? What are you talking about, lady? How come we never understand what no one's talking about when they're talking about reparations? We never know what you're talking about. We don't have a clue what you're speaking about whenever you're talking about reparations. Nobody has a clue at all. So thank you for nothing, bussy lady Crystal Hudson. She's bussy. See, she probably said she was B1 when she said her black agenda that she had. I have a black agenda for y'all. Are you B1? Yeah, I'm B1. No, she is B1. Bussy first, not black first. She's bussy first. And then Farah. No, let's not. Farah Lewis. She's a tether. Here, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. I ain't going to hold you. That's Crystal Hudson right there. That's Crystal Hudson right there. That is Crystal Hudson right there. And then let me show you. Let me show you Farah. Let me show you Farah. See, y'all be thinking we be playing. Let me pull her paperwork. Let me pull her paperwork. This is Farah. This is Farah right here. Hold on. Bam. That's Farah. That's Farah right there. That's the tetheroni right there that is speaking and cosplaying as a black lady. And here we go. How do I know she's a tether? How do I know she's a tether? Both of Lewis's parents immigrated from Haiti. Her mother worked in the healthcare field and her father as a law enforcement professional. And later a yellow cab driver. How do you go from a police to a cab driver? How you do that? I smell tether. I smell cheetah pea. I smell rhino jerky. But these are the people that represent y'all. These are the people who go after reparations. And these are the people who say, I got a black agenda, y'all. That's what she ran on. A black agenda, so she says. And obviously people voted for her because she's in office. And now she's crafting and passing fake reparations legislations in your name, Black people. Yes, that's what she's doing. In the name of niggerosity, that's what she's doing, fam. This bussy lady cosplaying. What did we learn here today, boys and girls? We got to be more picky. We have to be more picky and selective. All skin folk ain't kinfolk, y'all. And it's proven time and time and time again. Everyone's not going to be able to come with us. It's just the truth. Look to your left, look to your right. One of them is a Kuna Matata and they not coming with. And I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. I'm gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do around this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you dare, if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. You can check us out on all of the platforms, Spotify, YouTube, Twitter. Yeah, we over there on the Twits if y'all ain't went over there and got it in. Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked. Don't be mad if you get shook. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. I gotta go, ha, for sure, ha. You already know, ha. Big Brother Light Bright Supreme Almighty, signing off.
Von Savage Media. Von Savage Media.